Stars take on Enyimba Football Club of Aba, and Enyimba definitely under pressure to make sure that they win this particular fixture. Sunshine Stars also looking to take a scalp as well. Those are the pictures, the players, going through the drills in preparation for this particular fixture. It promises to be as exciting as what we saw before this game. And I can tell you that everybody who is anybody is right here at the Mobolaji Johnson Arena, awaiting the final game of Matchday 4. My name is Charles Anazodo, and it's been a pleasure being with you from the kickoff of the first game at 2 p.m. up until now. And I'm sure that you've had a great time watching all of the games. Mike Mayaki is in the house with me. Mike, wow, Remo Stars, what a game of football.
Yeah, I'd expected that. A team full of running, full of inventiveness, creative players, and we saw 2 wonderful goals. It could have been more against a pitiful Nobi side. They tested the continent last year when they played against Royal Armed Forces of Morocco. They definitely want to go back to the continent.
I remember I talked about the physicality and the lack of it thereof, but all of that just didn't come to the fore. Their expertise on the pitch of play, the way they sprayed those passes, seemed to know where each other were, just completely blew their opponents out of the water.
That was what led to the goals. You need to see the superb pull-out, Lokosa's goal. Lokosa was at the right spot at the right time to nod. Olamilekan was there to trap the ball, choose his angle and play, just like you said. It shows a team that understands itself. The players have been playing together. Players have played to instructions. Show you that actually something is being done in training and not just 11 against 11 in every training session.
All right, so the big question now is, are we able to see that level of excitement really in the game that we're about to witness, that's talking about Sunshine Stars up against Enyimba Football Club, knowing that there's a lot of pressure, Mike? Are these players able to take it on and bring out the result that they require?
Yeah, some pressure will be, of course, pressure will be on Enyimba because they are the favorites to win this match. More so, their rivals, Rivers United, have won their match today against Insurance. Therefore, Enyimba will be all out to make sure they win so as to top. There are a lot of things at stake. Apart from the prize money of 100 million, there's that pride of being the champions of this season. There's also that pride about this wonderful trophy just by our side. All of that culminates into putting up a good performance. So Enyimba wants to go all flat out to make sure they earn the result. And I think it's doable.
Now, it does suggest that Sunshine Stars do not possibly have the ability to upset the apple cart, but do you, in any way, shape or form, see that happen?
Right, the chances are not bright. Out of 100%, I give them 20% of doing that. Enyimba is pretty compact. They know how to arc up goals. When you got people like Emeka Obioma, you've got Eriugo. You've also got some guys that chip in goals from the midfield. It shows you a solid side. Then in goal, they got a plethora of very good goalkeepers. Ojo Lorunoke was in goal last time out. And before, they even got John Noble, a Nigerian international, on the reserve bench. So they've got quality players. So should there be fatigue, they can always call upon others to come and take their places. So with all that in spare against a Sunshine team that's already crying out that 5 of their regular players are down and out, I wonder they will get quality replacements to replace those players.
All right, so talking about players who are able to do some kind of harm, for Sunshine and for Enyimba, who would those players be? Let's start with Sunshine. Who would those players be that Enyimba have to watch out for?
Well, when you get to play Sunshine, you get to think of lads like a Pat Gyang. We saw him come last week, last match day, and score a wonderful equalizer against Remo. He's a lad that is very deft, very swift. They might not have all the clout, they might not have the big names that Enyimba has, but in lads like that, Gyang is somebody I think, if not easily, if overlooked, could prove to be the Achilles heel, so to say.
And for the Enyimba side, it's more or less the Galacticos of stars. For Sunshine Stars, in which direction do you look?
Yeah, of course, you love to be Coach Finidi George at this time because he got a plethora of stars. When you talk about that, Obiama readily comes to mind. He scored more than a goal in this competition to go with the many he scored during the regular season. So he's a marked man. Eriugo is somebody, like I said, that could come up with goals. So I don't really see anybody stopping this Enyimba team that has things going for them. Therefore, I tip them as a team that will, of course, not just take this day, but likely favorites to win the league this year.
Defensively, Enyimba do have their problems. They can't score goals, no doubt about that. We've seen that all through the playoffs. But defensively, they have letting goals when they should not be, especially the late periods of the game. They have to be watchful of this against Sunshine Stars.
Yeah, about 6 matches during the regular season, they sort of went to sleep and considered late goals. It also happened here. where they lose concentration, they lose focus, and get to concede goals. Well, they know what is at stake. This is the business end of this competition. This is the evenings of this competition, where mistakes are rarely allowed. So Enyimba know what is at stake. They know, listen, this is it. We need to go all out. We need to eke out results. We need to earn results. So should we score many goals in the first half, we can afford to take it easy. Should we concede the odd goal, we are still in with a chance. That was what aided Rivers United today. They scored 2 against Insurance. So when Insurance pulled one back, they had a little bit of a cushion. So that is what Enyimba will watch against, scoring as many as possible.
Let's talk about the game in itself, Mike. You know, the quality of the football that we've seen at the championship playoffs. You know, has it been something that you anticipated, or has it been below par, especially as it concerns the goal scoring?
Well, goal scoring has not really pleased. I like the quality of goals we've seen. I like Enyimba's goal against Insurance. You need to see how Sadiq Abubakar bent his goal against Insurance. It shows quality. I like the goal I saw Adedayo did score for Remo again. So those are good goals to be scored. I like the ability of Divine Nwachukwu to leap high. A little player, wonderful technique to nod in balls. Those are good goals. But however, I keep saying, we've got a good turf. We witnessed good football. But in my opinion, our football in this Super 6 playoffs has been too physical. Now that's me speaking. A lot of people might not share my view. I would prefer the tap-tap. We saw Remo Stars do the tap-tap. It makes football look beautiful. A lot of runnings off the ball. The ball should do the movement. You do off the ball runnings to stupefy your opponents. Remo did it, and they got the better of their opponents in the last match we watched.
All right, the last game, you got the prediction right in terms of Lobby Stars'
inability
to score.
Let me gladly say I was spot on.
So predict this one, Mike. Let's see how right you can be.
Well, I think Enyimba would win this one. I think Enyimba will score as much as 2 goals in this. Should Remo manage to score? Did I say Remo? Sunshine, who surprised many people to be here. But I think they've reached their final bus stop. Enyimba is winning this one. No matter what many of their fans, Sunshine fans, will think upstairs.
All right, there you go. That's his prediction, Mike Mayaki. A win for Enyimba tonight against Sunshine Stars. All right, our team of commentators are on standby. It's Timi Oweye for Pidgin commentary and Emmanuel Etim for the English commentary. And of course, Mike Mayaki will aid him in color commentary as well. Let's take a break. When we come back from the break, it's straight to the pitch of play for the start of the first 45 minutes. It's Sunshine Stars up against Enyimba Football Club.
The last on the cards for match day 4 in the championship playoffs is upon us. Sunshine Stars set ready to do battle against arguably the face of the top flight, 8-time league champions, Enyimba International Football Club. Just some seconds past the top of the hour, about 30 degrees Celsius. Pretty cloudy, and the wind still traveling at a pace of 10 kilometers per hour. But the temperature potentially dropping to about 25 degrees Celsius. Contrasting fortunes for these teams in this competition. Sunshine yet to taste victory, but remain unbeaten since the opening day defeat to Rivers United, while the People's Elephants, clad in all blue today, have obtained 5 points from a possible 9. Somewhat decent enough to prevent likely palpitations going into the final match day against the current defending champions. These teams have been competing at this level since 2010, and most of those matches ended up being a goal fest. That's what this pocket of fans at this amazing edifice will be hoping for, a game they can always talk about. Some will talk about with a sense of satisfaction. Sunshine Stars still without a win, and the chance to cause a major upset is right up ahead. Ex-Enyimba striker Steven Chukwude in the lineup for the Stars. Also an above-bred player in Emeka Isaac starts in the defensive midfield role for the men from Akure. There's also that goal scorer in the previous game, Lockett Yang, with the number 7 shirt. The match officials for this contest is led by Bashiru Salisu, Hope Ego, the first assistant on the left, Abibatu Yusuf, and Kazim Abdusalam will serve as the 4th official. The most successful team in the history of this competition, but they will execute this game without the current league top scorer Chukwuemeka Obioma, who sits out with illness. Pascal Eze returns to the matchday squad after serving the match ban to add still in defense. Unfortunately, Elijah Akani, Philip Ozer and Eze Ekotuziam remain sidelined with knocks, but they do have the effective 22 Ikenna Cooper. Aside on a 9-match unbeaten run, the last league defeat was the 1-0 loss against Akwa United in New York, but this man will be hoping to cast a major upset if they're able to mastermind the victory against the People's Elephants at the face of Eritagoye. But this is his tactical opposition today. Former Super Eagles player, legend in his own right, Finidi George. Enyimba did a double against Sunshine Stars last season. A 2-0 victory at the Elephant Park in Aba. Chukwuemeka Obioma and Samuel Stone, the goal scorers, and made that trip away from home against the Akure side. They finished 1-0 to Enyimba. Victor Amboma, who no longer is with the team, the only goal scorer in the 46th minute. Man who's played every minute, the championship player of Mustafa Lawal, the goalkeeper for Sunshine Stars. And there will be some level of attention paid to most of the calls he would make. Bashir Salisu, referee for this crucial contest. It's kicked off. It's all or nothing for Sunshine Stars. A defeat here will puncture their hopes of a top 3 finish. A win that puts them in a healthy spot to play continental football again. And the story is mixed for the People's Elephants. They can't afford to drop points here, but no win or win tonight guarantees a top 3 finish. You sense they'll throw everything in, stomping on every blade of grass until the final whistle. A fullback, Imorobo's first to taste how unpleasant the turf is. Widely tipped as a future Super Eagles player. And then for his offensive awareness he offers from that left back position. It's been part of the setup since August 2020. Floater into the box, dealt with relative ease. Afamefuna. He's also had the opportunity of playing as many games as he can imagine in the championship playoff. It's been a familiar back, I would say back four, the full-backs for Sunshine Stars. They haven't altered much. Sadiq Abubakar coming through for Enyimba. That's it across, strike out just in face. Right across the face of goal. Chiso Makereke, the man who tries best they can to complement the effort of that top striker, Chijoke Mbaoma. There's a big man. Just the threats they possess, Enyimba, despite the absence of Chukwemeka Obioma. They've got players who can take a battle position with relative ease. Last time Sunshine Stars won this fixture was sometime in 29. Chukwemeka Obioma! Ignore the statistics and celebrate the reality. Who needs Emeka when you have Obioma? Oh, Chijoke! Mbaoma, the goal scorer, mixture of the strikers' names, but one thing is certain. This will be the fastest goal in the championship playoffs so far. What a start! There's a reason why they are 8-time champions. Perfect timing for you, Mike.
What about this? What have you got to say about the defending? A long punt that was, he missed, that's the central defender. And Chijoke Mboma saw a golden opportunity and a sweet left foot. But then, the Sunshine defense will not be happy with themselves when they get to watch this all over again. It had nothing to do with Mustafa Lawal in goal for them, but then the inefficiency of their central defenders who were so exposed, and Mboma saw an opportunity and ballooned the ball with his left foot into the left-hand side of the goalkeeper, into the net.
That's the goal scorer. His first in the championship playoffs, his 4th goal of the campaign. That looks pretty easy for Enyimba, just 3 minutes into it. And they are pretty comfortable.
Well, that was a very crucial, a cardinal mistake on the part of the central defenders of Sunshine. The likes of Isaac Emeka and Ejike Zuechi shouldn't have done that. They opened up, it was like the opening of the Red Sea, that the children of, that the Israelites did cross. And Mboma indeed in this case was one of them. He saw an opportunity and capitalized. So the discomfort of Mustafa Lawal in goal for Sunshine.
Well, it's important for Enyimba to seek as best they can, mastermind the victory. Having seen Remo Stars and Rivers United win earlier today, to be in that conversation of playing on the continent, and by stretch winning the title, they must win against Sunshine Stars.
Well, we're in the business end of this competition, so everybody wants to win the golden prize of 100 million, the trophy, the prestigious trophy that's at stake, as well as the pride of being the champions of this season.
They switched position for a while. Chiso Makereke, the goal scorer, Mbaoma. Ekere Awazie for Enyimba. Makereke. Cooper. Well, if he sees that on replay himself, he would laugh at it. That takes nothing away from his quality, Sadiq Abubakar. They do have talent on the bench, Enyimba International. He's got one of the goals of the competition, Sadiq.
Yeah, when he bent against Insurance, he discovered goalkeeper Amas was on his line and cleverly bent the ball. Toward the chagrin off Amas or Basoki of Insurance. What a sweet strike that proved to be.
I was listening to your conversation earlier on with Charles and seem to have called most of your predictions correct today, Mike.
Well, I woke up on the right side of my bed. That's why all of that went right, so to say.
But they do have quality Sunshine Stars. Take nothing away from them. Trying to close down his marker. Seem to have done that successfully. One out, Sukwo. But it's a chance for, well, that was Adeleke actually, Adekunle for Enyimba International, former Abia Warriors centre-back. There's a chance for the winner waves, Ejike Uzoechi. One now, Sukwo, the fullback. Enyimba. Adeleke. Finds a man who also recently just got invited to the national team, Ojo Olorunleke. It's the best way to wake up and realize that you've been invited to play for your country. Oh, that was a perfect control, but the flag goes up for offside against Imo Robots.
That was a long punt there. Enyimba wanted to open up from the wings, but then on this occasion he was picked out to be in an offside position. So they're not only going centrally, but they're also going through the wings. That will tell you how desperate Enyimba is to register as many goals as possible early in the game, just like Charles and I were saying that you need all the goals you can get in good time, so that should there be a lapse in concentration later on in the game, at least you've got still sorts of goals in the bank.
I want to say his pass is good. And Boma! He's primed for this visit, primed for this moment. A brace for Chijioke Boma. This is meant to be a contest. The transformation makes it quite pedestrian. Less than 10 minutes, the Elephants are stomping hard, real hard here. He's deflated.
In 9 minutes, Chijioke Boma has shown how dangerous a customer he is. Now, very cleverly, he was put through. He saw the opportunity, saw the goalkeeper, and placed the ball away from goalkeeper Mustafa. That to show you how hungry Chijioke Boma is. He scored his brace within 8 minutes of this game. Who says that Enyimba do not want to score as many as possible? Because goals might end up count as a measure of who would win this. Should everything end on points at the end of the year, because it's a league.
I'm not sure what that celebration was for Chijioke Boma, telling the fans to just hush a bit. Well, I think after the first goal, they somehow lost their voices. It's less than 10 minutes, Mike. You've seen football for aeons. It's still open for Sunshine Stars.
Still open, but I don't really give them too much of a chance. Yeah, they might get the odd goal, but against this Enyimba team that's hungry for goals, we saw Chijioke Boma alone helping himself to that goal. We've not seen Chisom Okereke do his own thing. We've got a lot of intelligent footballers. We've not finished talking about Sadiq Abubakar, whose scorer we saw against Insurance. Ekene Kupa has been a Trojan in the midfield. Fatai Abdullahi should not be forgotten, not talk of Ekene Awasi. So they've still got more in their time talking about Enyimba.
Well, I needed you to give confidence to fans of Sunshine Stars watching across the world, but you just took hope away from them.
But that's the reality. I mean, it simply does not look good for Sunshine. They simply, so when you get to meet an elephant, you simply have to pave way.
Yeah.
And that's what's happening here.
Chewo Lulayo is the captain today for Sunshine Stars, just taking the adman away from Vincent Temitokwe. 10 minutes in, Sunshine 0, Mboma 2. This is the part where I'm just thinking really deep in the knowledge that we could get a first hat-trick of the championship playoff before 45 minutes. It's impressive.
It's possible. Enyimba might just grab a penalty, and Chijoke will be invited to come play the penalty. It's doable. And another opportunity. I hope he didn't handle that outside the line.
Well, he did, Mike.
The referee will interpret this.
This comes with just a set piece and not a potential yellow card or a red card now. That talk of double jeopardy. Mustafa Lawal is having a stinker. Mike.
Surely not looking good for Mustafa Lawal in goal for Raymond. And this was a chip. Now, where are the central defenders? They're supposed to be that main line of them. But it was just breached, and before you knew it, he didn't really quite catch the ball. His first touch took him, the momentum took him away from the field. He tried to bring it back, but the referee really pointed at an infringement in this case. Let's see which way it will go. But his first touch was within the 18-yard box, but the momentum took him outside the 18-yard box. But the referee's interpretation would speak.
They don't look good on the bench. Cletus Immortan, the one with the dread, and the other Sunshine Stars players. It's a free kick to Enyimba that we can confirm. Gyrated.
They have every right to. Two goals in the first 10 minutes. I mean, it's not happened in this tournament since the playoff started.
Coach Edith Agoye, as expected, doesn't look pretty pleased. The man appointed manager of Sunshine Stars on August 22nd, 2022. Well, he once said in the press conference that his father cried hearing of his appointments. It's a proud moment for our family. Well, not entirely a set piece. As they continue the pursuit to Maria Lalibo. Confident defending from the centre back. Cooper. Asukwo. Sadiq Abubakar. It was necessary for them to put the ball out of touch. So Michael could get himself treated. Olalusi. Somehow the referee didn't seem pretty impressed with his theatrics. Bashiru Salisu, the match official for this. Olulayo was successful to keep hold of the possession. Here's Cooper. Imarobot's first touch is good. Looks to have come off the boot to Fatai Abdullahi. Yeah. The hand gestures just to acknowledge that he could have done better. Oh, Samaria Lalibu with the captain's armband for Enyimba today.
I kind of like the way he's marshalling out the defense, and so far they've been impeccable, restricting Sunshine to one or two chances only so far in this game, which is pretty good because we've got some slicky players on the part of Sunshine. A character you drum is a player, you don't mess around your 18-yard box when he's with the ball.
They've kept just one clean sheet to the championship playoffs. That came against Lobby Stars. Their first and for now only victory. This game is still wide open. Cooper. Alalibo. Confident enough to go off his line. Goalkeeper Ojo Olorileke. Asukwo. Adeleke in that instance just playing a short one. control lets him down. Chiso Makireke. Ululayo for Sunshine Stars. That's the man they will have to play more often with. Achin Nemeka. That's the standout performer for Sunshine Stars at the Championship playoffs. He wears the number 29 shirt. Achi. Ekerete Udom. Heavy first touch. Ululayo. Collects on. Not so much power behind the ball. And a slight fingertip from the goalkeeper. It's a corner kick to Sunshine Stars. You'll need more of that if they want to get back into this contest.
Trying to create some openings there on the part of Sunshine. Now that's Ham with the ball. And as he hit that one, goalkeeper Olorunleke to be on the safe side, just tipped it over his bar. Former junior international, should he make the grade and become a senior international? Then his start will of course have been complete as well as played almost all the national teams. Remember him from his days in Giwa FC of Jos. The young man has sure grown.
How was he? That's a good pass. Abubakar runs himself into conjure up problems. That's the face of Achin Nemeka. Ima robots.
No nonsense in the robots.
Had an impressive NPFL debut season with Dakada Football Club, now relegated. Shehu Ululayo, the captain of the side, has been everywhere.
Very experienced player, and I'm beginning to see some of that experience, trying to motivate his teammates by trying to be up and about everywhere on the pitch.
Katai, Iken Nakupa. And we're now Sukwo, Italian pass. Caught out by the big man himself, Ekerete Udom. Chiso Makireke. That's a heavyweight contest. This lasted about 2 seconds. Halalibo. Atai Abdullahi. The safest option for him. Introduce the goalkeeper, Ojo Olorunleke. And the side blessed with quality goalkeepers, Enyimba International. They've got a certain Basa Jerry, they've got former Super Eagles goalkeeper Noble, and you touched on the experience Ojo comes with. If you were a manager, it's such a headache to decide who to play in goal.
It's a headache you love to have, because Jerry, I call him anytime, Jerry will perform. Noble has been there, he's done that. Not to talk of Ojo Olorunleke. So it's good for, it shows the signing abilities of the Enyimba. They know how to go with good players.
Mekirea Waziai. The side netting did a bit of trickery. That's too much even for his quality. Ojo Olorunleke, the man who joined Enyimba in August 2021. That's the Enyimba captain, Noble John. Started his career in Nigeria before he moved to AS Kara of Togo and Pantel Sportif of Cameroon. Abubakar, Abdullahi, Okereke. Goal kick for Sunshine Stars Sports Club. He looks quite exhausted. Ekerete Udom.
So soon in the game, just 20 minutes, and he's breathing this way. Yet the humidity is not that high. I wonder how he would have fared if the game had started at 2 p.m. and he's behaving this way.
Olalusi Michael. Ejike Uzoechi. Oko Afamefuna. So Mario Lalibo coming in to help out Imo Robots. Iken Nakupa. Sadiq Abubakar for Enyimba. Kereke. Nwana Sukwo. Cut out by Ekerete Udam. Adeleke. Both players formerly of Abai Warriors under coach Imama.
Are you surprised there's that understanding between them? I've always liked Alalibo. His ease on the ball, he's so comfortable on the ball. The way he dances around the ball makes you have confidence, and that you can see the way he easily jogs around. Shows how fit he also is.
Well, the player is down on the tough. You expect the ball to be put out of touch so he could get that required attention. A rare opportunity for the manager, Coach Eddie Tagoye, who was a player represented quite a number of teams, one of those Julius Berger. Well, some say he was more celebrated as a player of Shooting Stars Sports Club back in the day.
Yeah, a hero of some sorts with 3SC. That was how when he was kicked out of the club, a few people were not happy. They thought he was not paid back well for all his services to the club. As you see, some fans of Sunshine not looking too happy, yet dropping, hoping for the impossible to happen. How possible that is, I really do not know. But a lot of people remember the best days, Sir John and Esperance into this year.
One of the top teams on the continent, Esperance. This is beyond the water break, it's a tactical session.
He still really needs it. They need to readjust, retweak a thing or two, because Enyimba is going to dominate the midfield. All the attack is coming from the Enyimba angle. They've done well to curtail the goals to just 2 so far. But when they considered 2 in the first 8 minutes, my fear was that they would get to 4 or 5 before the end of the first half.
Yeah, just took their foot off the pedal. A transparent top is got. Well, a manager who knows that victory is imminent, but still cuts the figure of one who I think it's still goalless. Alalibo. Adeleke. Good positioning from Imo Ikemdenache. Abubakar. Found the player 1-2 with Wana Sukwo. The goal scorer has done brilliantly. Abubakar. That's too much even for the pace of Wana Sukwo. Control deep into the penalty box. Well, he's done well, Lockyer Gang. Accurate passing for Sunshine Stars. And across deep into the penalty area, hits the goalpost. Well, had no taste of being threatening. Even in the presence of Iken Nakupa. That could have beat everyone, including the goalkeeper, Ojo Morileke. Who didn't see it coming?
Now, I did warn that Sunshine have some deft attackers, and one of them is Lucky Yang. the way he came from nowhere to score in the last match shows ambition. Look at what he did here. He chipped the ball to the far post, and that had already beaten Olorunleke. Luckily, Iken Nakupa was there to put the ball away from danger. We otherwise would have been talking of a consolatory goal for Sunshine so soon.
Ekerese Udam. Uzoechi. Intercepted by Sumaria Lalibo. Mbaoma. Ezekene Awazie. Mbaoma is on the hat-trick. Mbaoma! The audacity! And if you've got the brace, I think you can take a shot from all parts of the playing pitch, and that leaves a smile on the faces of the players on the bench. It's like a movie scene for them. Captain Chung Olulayo, Hatchet in the Mecca for Sunshine Stars. Blocky gang. Trumped by Imo Rovers to find Chiso Makereke. Udom. A heavy pass, a captain play. The former Enyimba man, Chukwude Steven to Hatchet in the Mecca. Oh, that's intelligent. To Maria Lali, but on the strike, look out! Still bouncing around. Second attempt. Agonizingly wide. They certainly do need that conversation, the Enyimba players.
Well, Jeff's dribbling there to create an opening, and Captain was trying to lead by example here, Shehu Olulayo. With the first shot, that quite didn't work out, and a brilliant shot this time. Unfortunately, it wasn't coming goalwards. Otherwise, that would have stunned Ojo Olorunleke in goal for Enyimba. But what about this first attempt from Captain Shehu Olulayo? The veteran hit the ball, didn't quite strike it superbly before the second shot. That shows that Sunshine is hungry, and of course, I'm beginning to see some ambition in Sunshine.
It looks pretty embarrassing, but that's the current reality. The last 5 minutes possession count, 85 to Sunshine Stars, Enyimba 15. And in actual fact, the last few seconds have been pretty cagey, 46-54. Sadiq. Awazie. Mbaoma. That's Awazie in the box. Still Awazie. That's clipped out for a corner kick to Enyimba. The understanding between the 4 and 3 of Akereke Mbaoma and Ikene Awazie is a joy to watch. It's a short corner taken. Obot. Abubakar. Asukwa. Okereke. Still Okereke. Awazie. Mbaoma! Oh, he was at the right place, just the far behind the header. You reckon even if he was blindfolded, the goalkeeper would have still made that save. Olulayo. His first a free kick off the Enyimba captain to Maria Lalibo. Lucy Michael seemed to be enjoying himself when he gets hold of possession. Doesn't go past Iken Nakupa. Certainly missed his presence in the opening fixture against Remo Stars. That cracker of a contest. Half an hour of action gone here at the Mobolaji Johnson Arena. Sunshine 0, Enyimba International 2. Just a second when you thought they were gathering momentum, Stephen Chukwude. He understands the strength of the opposition.
And the journeyman,
Yeah.
who had played for Enyimba at some period, he has this strength of holding the ball and playing as a big man in his time as Enyimba's attacker.
Okereke, Ata Abdullahi, Samaria Lalibo. Was intercepted there by Isaac Emeka. As Lockie Yang. Well, not Azay doing well enough to hold off possession. Imo Robots with a telepathic pass. He's onside, Sadiq Abubakar. Okereke. Asukwa. A big presence of Egerete Udom. Hatch it in the Mecca. Alalusi Michael. Somewhere around the possession sport. Trying to drive through to find Lucky Gang. As well read by the Enyimba defence. Making the Cooper. That's too much. A disparity in terms of height between Michael Alalusi and Iken Cooper. Makes that call easy for the referee. He once played for Zamfara United, Kojo Lorileke. This is Adeleke. Cooper. Abubakar, Cooper. High boots. Still Abubakar. Awazie. You sense that hat-trick might come for him, Chidekemba Oma.
He's full of confidence. It could happen. He's always running into spaces, hoping that the ball will be chipped into him, in for him to bury or to make hay, so to say. But then there's still advantage. There's still more than enough time for him. He just witnessed 34 minutes of this game. He's got the whole of the second half. And who says the penalty might not just be hard for him to bury?
Mario Lalibo. In hindsight, I think he could have done better. The ball playing centre-back joined Enyimba after that stellar performance with the Dakar Football Club. And number 31, a big man, Kenneth Udom.
Always a handful when it comes to corner kicks and dead balls like this.
He certainly wants a goal off this corner kick. Imo Ikemdenachi. In translation, his strength comes from above. The corner is good. Almost the touch from Kenneth Udom. Fatai. It's taking no prisoner. Yes, Oko Afamefuna. Chukwude. Just far away, but that has the taste of Fuku. Yeah. He's going to jog away, just knowing that his spurned possession, that could have been vital. Sadiq. Adeleke. Atai. Adekunle Adeleke. Awazie giving away possession. Alalibu is going to be cautious. And a strike! Going to go beyond the outstretched arms of goalkeeper Ojo Olorunleke. That's just a pointer to the quality they possess. Chukwude Stephen, it seems. Well, in that instance, it was a sight on goal, but not too productive. Looks to have hurt himself in the process. The man you've talked about all through the coverage, Samaria Lalibo.
Yeah, in that, he was trying to prevent a goal and went all out to do that and came out worse on that occasion. But what about this? Intelligent attacker, he played it to the blind side, that's the opposite side of the goalkeeper. Believing that Olorunleke will have come towards his right, the left will have been open. But Dele was flexible enough, Leke was flexible enough to go to the opposite side and make sure he parried the ball and caught it second time out.
Well, they've got options on the bench, but this is not a player they want taken off to Mario Lalibo. Enyimba Football Club supporters. That's the NFF first vice president with the attachment to the People's Elephant, to Felix Ayasiago. Just behind him, we touched on earlier, the face of coach Cerezo, Austin Eguavon.
Close to Cerezo Gavon was Franklin Howard, one of the best central defenders this country has produced in time past, talking about the early 80s. Played for clubs like New Nigerian Bank and the rest of them. At some period, played with great Stephen Keshi, now late.
Yeah, the moment you mention NNB, there would always be that reference to Stephen Keshi. He was that good, the one you mentioned.
Yeah, that's good, because incidentally, Henry also told me that he took Keshi to NNB in Benin. Nwosu was already an established player for NNB. But eventually, because of Keshi's charisma and ability to lead others, Keshi eventually became the captain of NNB when Nwosu was still in the team.
Sunshine lurking around. Enyimba but not him to take. That's the captain, Seun Olulayo. Well, he shouldn't kick himself, that was an attempt. But that's the player for Sunshine Stars at this championship, Enyimba. But somehow we just might have seen the end of Samaria Lalibo. Trying to get confirmation in a bit, but it doesn't look like he would be able to carry on playing. How much of a blow, apologies Mike, would that be?
A serious blow it is. Though they still got one more game to play, but that is the danger. When you play too many games within so short a space of time, recovery time becomes little or nothing. So players tend to keep falling like a pack of cards. We've seen him give way. Remember, Emeka Obioma is not even in the team at all this time. For people like Remo, Andy Okwe was not even in the team. Injuries have begun to take me at all on players.
They haven't made a change yet, so numerically, the remand shots for Joe Olorunleke parties. Medikana Cooper is furious with the defending from Abdullahi Fatai.
Sunshine are hungry for goals, and they of course could do with one in this occasion. We have Olalusi Michael on that occasion looking for an opportunity, and he hit a powerful shot, but good enough goalkeeper Olorunleke put that out for.
There's still a man short, Enyimba, and Sunshine trying to take advantage. Here's Enyimba. Go bounce in the box. Ekene Awazie. Couldn't go close to Chisom Mekereke. Abdullahi. Awazie's first touch is immaculate. free kick. 14 minutes into the action. It's a forced change for Enyimba. Nothing tactical about this. It's the big man himself, Pascalese, who comes in to replace the now injured Somari Alalibu and hands the captain's armband to Imo Robot. It just alters the formation of how they started the game.
Very true. It therefore means that the commanding influence will now have to shift, because we saw how commanding Alalibo was, especially in the early segments of the game, where he coordinated the defense. Well, that responsibility surely has to shift onto somebody. And what about this for an opportunity?
Mikina Cooper. Still Cooper. Sadiq. Cooper. Asukwa. Timely interception. But he's got a second chance. The Kene Awazie! Awazie! Brilliantly saved from the goalkeeper Mustafa Lawal. Coordinated play from Sunshine Stars. They try to initiate a counter-attack. The battle on the right. Hachin the maker. Well, Isaac Emeka, this well, stray pass. It's a former Enyimba international player, Isaac Emeka. But that's the man who's walked his socks off for this team at the championship playoffs. Hachin the maker. Cooper. It's a telling pass to Sadiq. Awazie. Joaquim Bauma, he's on. Fatar Julahi can shoot from such a position. His control lets him down. And the Akura team will try to view it not from the right, but from the central position. Marshalled excellently by Hachin the maker. Making it to Udom. Isaac Emeka. Good control from Lucky Gang. Chisomo Kiriki. Successful, placed the advantage, the referee. And Baumai central. Okereke. Still Okereke. Oh, looks pretty distant, that cross from Chisomo Okereke. Can't play now, Ekereke Udom. Hachin the maker. To Imo Ikemninachi. Alalasi Michael. Oh. Fortunate to still have possession, Sadiq Abubakar. It says the pass could have come in earlier, just a frustrating outlook of the forward Chisomo Kireke. That's the confirmation of 2 additional minutes. It's been an exciting half of football.
courtesy of Enyimba's double on the night in the first 45 minutes.
Seem to have
time. Thank you.
dished out some caution, get confirmation. Abubakar, tugged by Lucky Gang. Ekerete Udom. Got a couple of goals, that's the man who's picked up the yellow card for Sunshine Stars. Sadiq Fatai. That's the second player who picked up a card, Lucky Gang. Cooper. Ikenna Cooper. Ikenna Cooper! Well, he's a player who is permitted to make such moves. That's the man who picked up the second caution. Hatchin the maker. Isaac Emeka. Ekerete Udom. Imo Ikem Denachi. Enjoying the latter spell of possession, Sunshine Stars. Oh, no more. The whistle goes for half-time. An elephant-dominated half. At last as early as the 3rd minute, Chijoke Mbauma just latching on and making it count. And minutes later, he doubled the lead for the People's Elephants. That's the face of, for now, the hero of the 8-time champions. It's not been that evening for Ekerete Udom. He's solid on his night. And goalkeeper Ojo Olorunege fortunate not to have considered a goal, despite that well-worked attempt from Stephen Chukwude, who walks off the pitch. There's so much to still come for Enyimba players. It will be mild conversation for Sunshine Stars propellers. Half-time, Sunshine 0, Enyimba International 2.
It's for the wrecking ball, Mbwama, to dim the sunshine of the opposition. Enyimba lead by 2-0 against Sunshine Stars. We'll talk about all of the exciting moments after the break. Well, maybe there might be some glimmer of hope for Sunshine Stars against Enyimba, but it does seem like that's all she wrote if the first half is anything to go by. Mike, your assessment?
What I was going to ask was, what was my predictions? How spot on was I? I did tell you that Enyimba would get 2 goals, and it appears Chijoke Mboma was reading the script, and within 8 minutes, he did that. We've always known that Enyimba, towards the last few minutes of every game, sort of lose concentration and get up conceding goals. Perhaps they are trying to score as many as possible, so as to use that as goals in the bank when the weather gets rough. That's why they managed to score 2, and they could, of course, have gotten more goals. So I think Enyimba has it all to do. They are leading right now, and of course, they want to add more goals because goals might sure count towards the end of this competition.
All right, let's take a look at how it all began for Enyimba, and they got off the mark, to be honest, so like a house on fire. And in the very first minute, they showed what exactly their true intentions were, Mike. And that one, you know, a clear chance, unfortunately, not
Okereke keeps
taken.
hitting them. Whatever comes across his path, he just keeps hitting, and that was one of them. One of the many that he did hit. On this occasion, it did not affect goalkeeper Mustafa in goal for Sunshine at all. But it shows his intention. I was talking about Okereke. What he couldn't do, Chijoke Mboma did by being precise when he had the opportunities. And that's how to go about it. So soon in the game, Enyimba showed their hunger. They were all aggressive, and it was all calculated. You know, it wasn't just huff-up chances, and they are missing chances. They made sure they converted, and it does count.
Let's take a look at the goal that was scored, the very first one that occurred in the 3rd minute of the first half. And of course, Mbwama absolutely, you know, when you look at this, that was a great shot on target. But what was the Sunshine defender thinking?
Yeah, the likes of Ekerete Odom were nowhere. I mean, puzzling that they practically gave him the access to that central defense. He saw his spot, chose his spot with that wonderful left foot of his, and buried it past goalkeeper Mustafa. The defenders will really not be happy with themselves when they just parted. The central defense just parted, and he was intelligent not to trap the ball. He just hit it first time. That stupefied goalkeeper Mustafa himself. He did not lift a foot where he was standing.
What a delightful left footer there, and that was the first goal for Enyimba Football Club. The second one was absolutely reminiscent of what Manchester City is all about, because that pass looked like it was made by Kevin De Bruyne and finished by Erling Haaland, and that's exactly what I saw, you know, when that goal went to the back of the net.
It shows understanding. It shows a team where players know where their other partners are. It was like tap football, and they gently walked the ball into the net. Now Ojo was very happy in his own corner. That's it, boys, go. The Enyimba has, you know, the Enyimba fans are in cloud 7 at this time, because whatever they touch at this time seemed to turn gold. But clever passing, split open the defense, saw the goalkeeper, picked his spot, and passed the ball to the other side of goalkeeper Liko. Really, his defenders have not covered him in glory. Rather, they've covered him in shame in this game. They really did not stand toe-to-toe with the Enyimba attackers. Enyimba attackers have been nimble-footed. Even Ekene was here on his own part, not to talk of Mboma, who scored the goals, and Okeke and the rest of them. They sure have a lot of job to do in the second half.
Absolutely delightful finishing there by Mboma, and I'm sure that he's relishing the start of the second 45 minutes. Let's take a look at the numbers just to tell you exactly what the first half was all about. And as far as goal attempts are concerned, it's pretty much even Steven, more or less. Sunshine with 4 and Enyimba with 5. Shots on target also look the same. Very close call. And in terms of possession, it's also very close as well. Just shows you how competitive this game has been.
Yeah, so competitive. What Enyimba has been able to do better was to make you convert their chances. And that is what Sunshine has not been able to do. On 1 or 2 occasions where they managed to bypass the defense, and the now ousted captain, that's the of Somalia Ladibo, who was injured, goalkeeper Olorunleke in goal, parried the ball either for a corner kick or away from goal. That is the difference between 2 teams so far.
All right, so there's a lot of work to be done, really, by Sunshine in the second 45 minutes if they're able to salvage some kind of pride, you know, but against an Enyimba team that know exactly what the plan is, know what the intention is, having seen Rivers United win earlier today. It really will be a difficult ask. And you can take a look at the fans there. They're celebrating well in advance because they do know that their team is riding high.
Very true. It's reminiscent of Enyimba. Whenever they smell blood, they go for it. And they've always done it. That's why they're record champions of the Nigerian Football League. I'm not too surprised about that. You see, everything about them seems to work. Their scouting abilities. A few of the players who play for Sunshine, Stephen Chukwude and the rest of them, at some period, also played for Enyimba. But when Enyimba seems that they've gotten the best from you, they'll then allow you go, scout better, go for more opportunities, and scout for better players. And that is what we're beginning to see.
All right, so Sunshine will have to take a look at their bench and see if there's any sort of ammunition that they have that can hurt Enyimba. When you look at the Enyimba bench as well, I mean, it's full of stars everywhere. There's so many players who can come on and actually make a difference as well if they need be. Let's take another break. When we come back from this second 45 minutes beckons, it's Enyimba leading Sunshine Stars by 2-0.
Nigerian football. Well, it's a quest to find out the next big things in Nigerian football, the top three that will hoist the flag of Nigeria in the continent next season. Special feeling today. One more match day now, shall we? Sunday is a grand finale. Massive games on the cards. Special thank you to all our VIPs, all the chairmen and women of the FAs, all the board members of all the FAs present. One more 45 minutes, shall we? We're getting ready, ladies and gentlemen. It's Enyimba 2, Sunshine Stars 0. Goal scored by Chijike Mboma. Praise hero on a hat-trick at the moment. The next time you see us, it will be
Welcome back to the Mobolaji Johnson Arena, where the final fixture for this match day as ongoing. The second 45 within seconds. Now it begins. 45 minutes for one of the great comebacks in the history of the Premier Football League. 45 minutes for Enyimba to just stamp that authority of dominating teams when they have the opportunity to. The match official seemed to have shown a yellow card, Bashir Salisu. Achi, the maker. Followed by Imo Ubud. Onto the path of Chiso Makereke. Makereke. Ikena Cooper. It's possessed by Captain Shimon Lulayo. Stephen Chukwude. Good first touch. And Emeka. Oh, Isaac Emeka just putting everything. That could equate a counter. That's how far his performance tonight would be permitted. A former Enyimba man, Isaac Emeka, taken off for former Rivers United player, Titus Motan. Yeah, it's just a confirmation of the tactical switch. Last 5 games for Sunshine Stars, 2 victories, just on the fit 2 draws against a side who have won 2 and drawn 3 of their last 5 matches, Enyimba International. But that knowledge of doing a double against the winner Waves last season, the sort of energy used starting this contest for Enyimba and paid off handsomely in the first 10 minutes. That brace scored by Chijake Mbaoma. Ekerete Udom. Oko, Afa Mefuna. About how they've performed in this game, I'd be surprised to see the scoreline reach 2-0 to Enyimba, because they've been quite the team, Sunshine Stars. Got out by Imo Ubud. Achin Emeka. It's possessed easily by Chiso Makereke. Awazie. Played through the man who's on a hat-trick, Chijake Mbaoma. Well, his goals this season have come against Remo Stars. That's in the regular campaign, and a brace against Kwara United away from home. It's the second time this season Mbaoma scoring 2 goals in a game. Later Motan. Ekerete Udom. Emotan. A challenge went in hard on Olula. Olalusi Michael. Atai Abdullahi just ensuring nothing more than the free kick will be awarded. No caution, no exaggerations. In the face of goalkeeper Ojo Lorileke. Desperate for his 3rd clean sheet of the season. And what is his 6th start for Enyimba International this campaign. Matching the maker. Latest Emotan. Nemeka! Oh, you can forgive him. Continental Delight, the way in 2012 Sunshine Stars. The side had the talent such as Akombo Keiba. Moses Ocheje not living out the ever-present Izo Azuka. No surprise how far they went on the continent. Straight to the semi-finals that season. Losing to eventual champions, the Egyptian side, Club of the Century as they're called, Al-Ahly. As a tight contest, 3-4 in aggregate. Okay. Cletus chasing. Cletus successful. Now, despite the Enyimba player written in pains at the moment, that's a fair challenge from Cletus Emotan. As part of that setup, I played Enyimba International while still at Rivers United. That blockbuster of a contest, the CAF Confederation Cup. Fixture in hindsight, yeah. Seems to have gone in hard, but referee adjudged that to be a fair call. Ejike Uzoechi. Michael Olalusi. Kereke. Mustafa Lawal. Every minute of the championship playoff. Sadiq Abubakar. It's a bit silent since the start of the second. 45. Pascalese's cross. A continued pressure by Chijake Mboma. Immoral boats. It's first the referee to make that decision. Ikin Nakupa. That's how we love to see it. Fair play. The handshake of peace. Ejike Uzoechi. So trying to find the presence of Loki Yang. Unsuccessful. The two sides who finished third in the regular season. Enyimba third in Group A. Sunshine Stars third in Group B. Early today we saw the top teams in both groups, Rivers United and Bendel Insurance. The defending champions walked away with maximum points. Setup will be a cracking contest at the final match day against Enyimba. If it stays this way, that fixture could be the decider for the title. Adekunle Adeleke, big centre back. Just hit the blind side of Enyimba. Unnecessary high boots there from the Sunshine Stars player, completely unnecessary. Pascalese holding his face. Joe Lolileke, right arm on his left shoulder. Went in too hard. Ejike Uzoechi with the challenge on. Didn't seem quite intentional though, on Pascalese. They're strong enough to just jog it off. It'll be a change of man who scored one of the goals in that opening fixture against Remo Stars. Adiele Erugo. Introduced for Chiso Makereke. An academy graduate brought to the first team this term. Made substitute appearances in games against Insurance and Nasarawa United. The midfield marshal himself, Chibike Nwiwu. You'll hardly find him with his shirt stalked out like that of Fatah Abdullahi. Is off the pitch now. Started off as every game, the regular campaign. Has been used sparsely in the championship playoff. Chibike Nwiwu. And whatever success Enyimba might achieve this campaign, he'll be one of the players who will get all of the accolades. Still got the presence of Mike Mayaki on commentaries. Has been lapping up the start of the second half.
Well, Sunshine are beginning to show intent. And one would not believe, anybody has just come to the game will not believe that they considered 2 early goals. Whatever coach Edith Aguem must have told them, it seemed to be working because they had a few close shaves. But then it still remains close shaves. Goals is what matters, and Enyimba has the problem.
So just a more tail intercepted. And caught it shot that probe. There comes again. Ooh, bottled down by Chibike Nwiwu. That would be quite the battle between Emote and Nwiwu, and of course Ikenna Krupa. Ejike Uzoechi. Blocky gang. Ball has gone out of play. Oko. Alpha Mefuna. Well, surprisingly, it's a trot to Sunshine Stars. Look to have taken a touch of an Enyimba player on route. Later Motan. It's possessed by Nwiwu. It's Adiel Irugo. Mbauma. Imo Ikendenachi for Sunshine Stars. Good turn. Giving away possession ideally. Mbauma. Just got to hold that intentional attack, Kene Awazie. Look to have been hit hard at Enyimba. And I don't get tired of saying that he's one of the standout performers, Mike.
Yeah, he's really worked his socks off, not just in this match, but in this competition. A silent hard worker,
yeah.
He is for this team. Totally gives 101%, which is not an easy ingredient. Well, his opponent decided to grab what shouldn't have been grabbed. And of course, the ice pack seemingly doing the magic for him over there.
Coach Edith Agoye, not a happy man. I remember the words of the Commissioner for Sport in the state, Bamidele Ologun, referred to Agoye's appointment as the beginning of a new chapter in the history of the club.
And indeed, he's proved to be. Because like I said, at some point there were feelings that this club will be sold. That was last year. But he did just come, tweak a few things, and before you know it, this club has, against many odds, qualified for the Super Six.
Indeed.
When even many big, better finance teams did not make the Super Six.
Numero box, connecting header from Chijoke Mbaoma. And you certainly want traditional teams in the top flight. It's the delight for many when insurance get promotion. It's just something they add.
They add some color to the team. You know, they add history. There's that believability that they add to. But when you think back, you say, in time past, this club was associated. Like when insurance comes to mind, you can mention many, Henry Ogboy and the rest of them. For me, Roland Ewere, they call him Ewe, that's how they pronounce him, comes to mind. This was a player that gave his all to this team. When financing was difficult, he told the club, you know what's going to happen? I'll go to Julius Berger. Whatever money they use in buying me, use it to run this club. And when you are somewhat stabilized, after a few years, I'll come back. That was a commitment of this player, who led this team to a couple of Waffle Cups under Lawrence Akpokona, as well as the Abiola CAF Cup that they won in 1994.
History on the platter. As Sunshine continues to ring in the changes. Chukwudi Jonah, and that's the original captain, if you permit me saying that. Vincent Timitokwe is back on the pitch, and as expected, he gets the armband. But these changes have any impact in this game, Mike?
Well, we'll see what they can do. I believe all these are damage limitations. Anybody divided in getting 2 quick goals, they seem to have learned their lessons. I was here to watch the Drozimba Nosi Cup. Whenever they took the lead, they sort of went back to sleep. I saw how dangerous Mboma Chijoke could be. Today he's exemplifying the same thing, and that was just a test rehearsal. And when it was really needed, I mean, he saw packed shots in those boots of his.
There you go with the graphic identity that we will no longer see tonight. Achin Nemeka has been taken up alongside Cheung Olulayo. Chibikin Winwu. This will be a throw taken by Imarobot. And Boma. Lucy Michael. Ekelete Udom. 10 fouls for Enyimba, 4 to Sunshine Stars. Oh, somehow you just seem to have Enyimba with the negative statistics, well, except the yellow cards.
Yeah, statistics might not be going their way, but what matters is going their way, and that happens to be goals.
We will. It could be 1-2. Here we go. Past the back one, past the goalkeeper. Oh, he scored in that fixture against Remo Stars in the 60th minutes. That's when the goal came for him. Chibikin Wiwu. Making the Awazie. Boma is running central. It was well cut out by Ekenethe Udom. Still Awazie. Oh, clipped right on the Achilles. Free kick to Enyimba. That's a very tricky player, Ekenethe Awazie.
Now, why Ekerete Odom did not get into the referee's bad books beats me on that occasion, because he was taken to cleaners there by the very clever Ekene Awase. All he could do was just to bring him down, because he knows that the lad had already gotten the better of him on this occasion. Certainly not sportsmanly, and the referee was close by to see all of that.
Very tricky player. Well, you've got Ikenna Cooper behind it. Emo Robots, and a man who might walk away, Sadiq Abubakar. And it's Cooper who's walking away alongside Emo Robots. Oko Afamefuna alongside Lucky Gang, the human wall.
Holy smoke! Ikenna Cooper! He's copped a genius! A direct free kick has never been scored at the championship playoff, but certainly he equals that of the Rebel Stars captain Junior Lukam. It was a low drive at that time. This was an air rocket. His second goal this season, his first in the championship playoff. And it takes away any hope of redemption for Sunshine Stars.
Going, not a happy man. But I thought he had a wall. Was the attempted header by Udom the fault for the goal or what? Was it deceived by that attempt to clear the ball by Udom? I thought he was not unsighted, but at the vital moment, he just let it pass him. You can see Aliko Mustafa very angry at his defenders, especially Ekerete Udom.
Oh, this is surprising for a manager whose team just got a third goal.
What about the chairman of the club? For a chairman whose club just got the third goal, he was still seated on his seat.
I think they just show that they are Enyimba International Football Club.
Well, some hiding, Sunshine is beginning to collect here from Enyimba. Not just 1, 2, but 3. He has made the brilliant attempt by comebacking captain Vincent. It simply does not seem to be working.
And it's just 67 minutes. There's the potential this scoreline could be embarrassing. But it's the first time, Mike, it was seen at the championship playoff 3 goals in a game, scored by one team.
Very true. Sunshine happens to be the team that has set that unenviable record on a day like this. And you can see goalkeeper Mustafa not just being a happy man. Mustafa Lawal, he's been let down by his defenders on not 1, not 2, but on 3 occasions today.
It's heartbreaking, and the sort of opposition you're playing against, a side who don't take their foot off the pedal. If they smell blood like sharks, they just want to go for the kill. And where's the truth when they say fair play? That's the captain, surprisingly, started off from the bench, Vincent Temitokwe, but he's on the pitch now. Quite the influence for the Wena Waves. Adiele Irugo. A young chap, yeah.
That's one of the advantages that Enyimba has. They've got a very good bench. They can afford to call upon players like this. Unfortunately, not many teams will have that luxury of quality players to come help the team in perilous times.
Lucky. Trying to find Clinton Simotan, but Chibike Nwewu gets it across to the pacey Awazie. Well done, Lucky. Clinton Simotan. Lucky gag. Particularly Delike. The blue corner have it. It's a corner kick. The Sunshine Stars. That's the face of an unnecessary defender.
Seems to remind me of the famous defender of Enyimba when they won the cup champions in the first time, Uga Obara, had as Neil's defender, which also takes no prisoners.
Mount appeals for penalty. They're still protesting. The goalkeeper launches First touch looks decent. Too heavy for Sadiq Abubakar. Just left the signature on his face. And Motan. Zoichi. Pascal Eze, who came in to replace the injured Sumaria Lalibo. It's been plug and play since his introduction. Cooper. That's Pascal Eze. Good first touch. Free kick, Enyimba. And without hesitation, Ezekiel Zoechi showed a yellow card after that late launch on Sadiq Abubakar.
Ezekiel noticed that Sadiq Abubakar has already sped past him. All he could do was hack him from the back. That was a very malicious way to mark an opponent. No surprises, he went to the referee's bad moves.
Imo Ikemdelachi would walk away, trying to be part of the human shield to prevent what could be a fourth for Enyimba. Imo Robots is a specialist. They've seen a set piece converted. It looks quite a distance, even for his talents, but you never know. Imaro takes, goalkeeper spills! Almost a second for Ikenna Cooper. A great response still from Mustafa Lawal. Oh, Chibuike Nwiwu in that instance, actually, not Cooper. Vincent Tabitokwe. There's it through to Siraj. Ibrahim. Moko, Afabe Funa. Yes, Cooper. Obot. Nwiwu. No pressure for goalkeeper Ojo Olorileke. 1 second, he was at fault and he recouped.
Yeah, the fact that the ball almost bounced before it came to him was a good first touch, but Imelda made up for it by making himself big before the opposing attackers. He saved the situation there, but that was a very bad first touch on his part in an attempt to grab the ball.
20th start in the league this season, Mustafa Lawal. That's consistency. Sadiq.
That was big overambitious. Not after the clever back heel by Sadiq Abubakar. All you have to do was to chip in. That's no other person. And of course, now.
And the way he raced back to his position, you could tell that he knew he'd done something wrong. Cooper. Well, have they switched managers now? Because
I don't think so. For a manager that's still is winning 3-0, Vinicius does not look happy. He noticed what shouldn't be. Perhaps complacency is beginning to say on the part of his players, and that shouldn't be.
Well, you touched on it earlier, Mike, that goal difference might be the reason why either Rivers, Remo, and maybe Enyimba International will win the title. So every goal is crucial. Good play. Still Sunshine Stars. Imo Robot. What a player. It's something that the captain armband does to players. Imo Ikemdelachi. That's another timely interception to cut out that offensive. Into the final quarter, Sunshine 0, Enyimba International 3.
Sunshine might be 3-0 down, but they're still full of running. Hopeful, perhaps they might want to reduce the scoreline to make it somewhat respectable. But Enyimba is not giving up and not giving way. Perhaps even wanting to score more should the opportunity arise.
Well, they scored 20 goals in the regular season. That's the man who's made 2 saves in this game. Fri Jun. Incomplete accessory for Immobile. Pascalese. Sadiq Abubakar. The happy fit of Sadiq. Vincent Mitokwe. Cut out by Adeleke. Winwu. Ekene. Awazie. Hirugo. Caught shot by Ejike Uzoichi. Block kick Yang. Play to Motan. The passing is good. The Sunshine. Oh, Stephen Chukwude is the man who's down on the tough. They've done well enough to get themselves a corner kick. Amsa Kimbo for Mustafa Lawal. Equal number of saves with the opposite goalkeeper. Corner intercepted by Irugo. Here's Awazie. There's so much you can do as a manager if your team is trailing by 3 goals to 0.
Really not much when you've got a rampaging team that you are playing against like Enyimba. On this occasion, he's trying to join heads with other coaches to see if they can concoct some magic.
This time, 4 heads better than 1. Achin the maker, still good to see him on the bench.
Surely not enjoying what is happening.
Yeah.
This was his former team, and meeting them, he would have liked to put on a very, very good performance and not be losing by this scoreline. But all in all, he's always created the impression of being a very good player, which they know that he is.
Agreed. I hope he's fit enough to play the final fixture. Play to Motan. Ejike Uzoichi. Cooper. Mboma. Winwu. Cooper. Still Cooper. Awazie. Winwu. Ima Robot. Goes back to the goalkeeper who won the 2017 Federation Cup with Aqua United. He saved the penalty in the final against Niger Tornadoes and eventually named as the tournament best goalkeeper. Quite memorable for him. His team have had 7 goal attempts in this game to Sunshine's 4. Of course, they top when it comes to the shot on target. Vincent Mitokwe. Oko Afamefuna. Lucky enough to hold on possession. Dispossessed by Winwu. Mboma. Irugo. Winwu, Cooper. Imo Obot. Irugo.
Sunshine really haven't got much to be ashamed about. They've got this ability to hold the ball among themselves. Most of their players pass the ball amongst themselves. Their greatest problem having to be when they get to the final 10, those defense splitting passes and the ability to bury, to make hay, has so far been their problem here today.
Gonna see a double swap for Sunshine Stars. I promise Awosami. Alongside Chukudi Jonah. Like the biblical Jonah. Sunshine currently in the belly of, this time not the fish, but elephant. Enough of action for Chukwude Stephen, a former Enyimba international player. Olalusi Michael, the man who's replaced by Jonah.
Olalusi has shut down his own part of the game. He's been very resourceful in midfield. Holds the ball, rarely loses position. Just that they've been undone and clinical finishing of principally Mboma here today.
Truly clinical. Sadiq. Irugo. Free kick to the Enyimba forward. His first start this season came against Plateau United. And after the game, so much adulations from the manager Finida George on the academy graduates who had to be upgraded to the senior side at the start of the campaign. That's the importance of development.
Now you will agree with me that that is somewhat of a rarity in Enyimba. They are a club that scout and buy players and not groom players from their own academy.
Winwu. Well, he's fortunate enough to get a corner kick. That looked quite horrendous, the initial attempt. Paul Bassi just beside Felix Ayasiago. Looked to have caught an elbow there, Chijoke Mbauma.
Doesn't look good. Well, some other dignitaries. We've got veteran journalists, they're smart about that game. There's Christian, the sports editor of The Guardian, as well as former international there, Awaidi Akoni, all here to grace this encounter.
That's the biggest occasion when it comes to football in the country. That's the Super Six for the women ongoing. They also celebrate women's football in the country. And the man whose list was official today, Jose Pesero.
What beats me about him is that most of the time he's down looking at his laptop. How come he managed to select all those players? Well, to put me to shame, he's managed to raise his face.
I'm sure he heard you.
To scout.
I'm sure he heard
scout
you.
one or two other talents.
He certainly heard you, Mike. Saying he's also seen enough to George, the Rivers United goalkeeper. Speaking of goalkeepers, good save off the boot of Winwu. He certainly wants a goal in this game, Chibike.
Silky ball skills there from Captain Vincent to meet up there. The way he weaved his way out of that maze shows a player of high quality.
Imo. Ikem Nenachi. Taking it to Udom. Vincent Timitokwe. Suraj Ibrahim. Ejike Uzoechi. Across into the penalty box, a connecting header. Looks to have come off the head of Lockie. Now there'll be changes for Enyimba International. Tijani is the man who's coming in, Tijani Kabiru, alongside Ndukwe Murphy. Mekene Awaze's walked his socks off in this game. No name on the score sheets, but quite an influential figure for Enyimba International. And the man with a brace, Chijoke Mbaoma, undisputed man of the match. He's also been taken off for Buffy Unduku. Former Enyimba man Stephen Chukwude just down thinking, oh, he could have done better. That's the sober reflections. Once you're substituted, the picture becomes clearer. This doesn't seem pretty good. Ikem Akupa. They continue to dance away. Pascalese. Vincent Timitokwe. Imo Ikemdinachi's cross. Dealt with professionally by Ojo Olorileke for Enyimba International Football Club. History somewhat has a tendency to repeat itself, as evident by Enyimba's triumph in 2019. They clinched the title by emerging victorious in a Super 6 playoff. A feat achieved after finishing third in the Group A table that year. This season, they finished third in Group A and on the verge of playing a championship decider against the champions, Rivers United, on the final match day. It's always a Herculean task for a team who got a top scorer out of this contest, Ibrahim Yusuf. Cooper, Erugo. That's a happy position for a set piece for Enyimba International. Imaro boards approximately 28 yards off. That's just to appreciate the fans who've come out to watch this game, and so you can take the ball home maybe. Mekanese Udom. Imo Ikemdenachi. Four minutes additional period. Cooper. Sadiq Abubakar with the late response.
It's the last game of Matchday 4, and it's been absolutely special.
They're trying to walk the way around. That was what we promised.
Thank you so much for coming out today.
And in the mix.
Special thank you to everyone.
That's acrobatically intercepted by Ima Robot.
On Sunday, as we get ready for the
That's the challenge there from Chibikinwe on the captain, Vincent Tamitokwe.
finale. It's been absolutely special. Special thank you to everyone for coming out today.
Here we go.
Trying to make it magical. Adiele Erugo! And he's missed it. Easily could have been his second of the championship.
Not sure how that stayed out. Took away with ease Ekelete Udom. Eyeball with the goalkeeper. And chose to hit the stationary object. All the chance gone begging for Enyimba. It could have been Forster. Abubakar.
It's been a bounty of goals so far today. And we see long may you continue, especially looking forward to Matchday 5. We Lagos, Nigeria.
That's a man who joined Enyimba from Hatland in August 2020, signed that 3-year deal.
Lagos for coming out today. Special thank you, sir. Chairman of Chairman. The outstanding gentleman. It's highly regarded. Always it's better to see you, sir. We thank very esteemed the president of Banareta Football Club, Engineer Lofia, who thank you, sir. The head coach of the Super Eagles of Nigeria, Jose Pesedo. The head of the NFC, Paul Bassi, who thank you so much, sir.
They're still seeking to get something for the fans, Sunshine Stars. Vincent, let's say Motan. Imo Ikemdenachi. As a Kerete Udom. A desire clinches. And it could be perforated. The final seconds left in this game. They haven't stopped playing. Vincent Tamitokwe. Captain in his own stride. The Sunshine Stars. Adeleke having a conversation with Joe Lorileke. Let's say the seconds are ticking. You want the captains down a bit, maybe?
My name is Matchday Guerrero, voice of the superstar, super delighted to be here. The voice of the championship playoff we are in Nigeria.
Up Moses' way to
Remember to follow all these teams on your social
include
media.
Oku Afamefuna. That's excellently done by Awusomi Promise.
Remember to invest in Nigerian football, TNFF.
Yeah, necessary
Because football
decision there from the Enyimba player.
You have to fund it and then it funds itself. It's that simple.
And it connects! It's the knee.
We're
Well, certainly looks like the final action, but that's a confirmation. Enyimba Sadiq Abubakar with the yellow card. The final whistle comes. Success, they say, is the only word certain teams know. It's like a hold on in Game of Thrones situation. That's all this team, clad in blue, propelled by one of the finest footballers know. No surprise, he's found grace. No surprise, they are the most successful team in the history of Nigerian football. Champions in 2001, 2002, 2003, 2005, 2007 and 9, 15 and 19. They're in a hunt for a 9th title in 2023. Started in the best possible foot for them. As early as the 3rd minute, Chijioke Mbaoma. And he made it to 5 minutes later. It was a dominant half for Enyimba International. Picked up the momentum at the second 45. Ikenna Cooper in the 66 minutes with a set piece. Sunshine Stars might have fallen short today, but they've also given a good account of themselves. But these are the happy of the two supporters, clad in blue and white, identifying again that they indeed are a reputable side. A result, not a scoreline. Sunshine Stars 0, Enyimba International 3.
So it's ended 3-0 in favor of the Elephants themselves. They have risen above and defeated their opponents by 3-0, Sunshine Stars. And with me, the winning manager. It's absolutely delightful to have watched the team demolish your opponents today. And the football was really exciting to watch.
Yeah, I think we knew we are playing in the evening, and we had to add a little bit of pressure, high pressure, and then force them to make mistakes. And that was what happened. That early goal, boosted us a little bit to push for the second one.
I referred to Mbama as the wrecking ball, and that's exactly what happened in 8 minutes.
Yeah, he's ready to play, so we have to encourage him and let him know that it's important for the team.
So that final game against Rivers United, everyone's looking forward to that. I'm sure you are as well, because the champion will be confirmed on the final day.
Yeah, they are the defending champions. You have to beat them, if you want to be champions. So they're a very good team, well experienced team. So it's going to be a cracker in the next 2 days.
Congratulations, Finidi.
Thank you very much.
All right, so that game we're definitely looking forward to on the final day. And if you're watching from anywhere within the shores of Lagos, the confines, please make your way through here to the Mobolaji Johnson Arena on Sunday to enjoy the very best of football. Edith Agoye is here with me. And Edith, your game plan obviously didn't work out.
Yeah, it didn't work out. But the most important thing was we lost too many important players in our team to injury before this encounter. So we came into this game with heavily depleted side. It was a tough one for us, but that's the nature of the tournament. Too many games in too little time. Time for recovery was not enough. Unfortunately, we couldn't manage it very well. Yeah, going to the game itself, it's also unfortunate that our inexperience as a team showed clearly in this game. The players, they gave their all, but we made too many mistakes. We'll learn from it, we'll go forward, and improve with it.
A lot of people didn't expect Sunshine Stars to be here for the Super 6, but here you are, so that should be something you're happy about. What's the game plan going forward?
Yes, we are very happy that we are able to participate in the Super 6. This team was built in about 7 months, and for them to compete in the Super 6, that means we've advanced a lot. We still hope to be much more better going forward. We have the last game to play. We'll come out on Sunday. I'll try as much as possible to win the game. And afterward, we go on holiday. Then we see how it goes afterward.
Well done, coach.
Thank you very much.
All right, there you go, Edith Agoye. Lost out the game in the game, but still has something to be happy about. Going forward, Sunshine Stars definitely a team to be watched out for in the future. Let's confirm the results for you. As far as results and table are concerned, it's right there on your screen, and we do have Rivers United. And of course, Enyimba as well, leading the log with 8 points. So, like I did say earlier, it will be a cracker, really, come this Sunday when both teams take to the pitch. And Mike, what's your take on what you've seen tonight? It's been absolutely magical.
Even in my, but I've seen a business like Enyimba, who know that this is the business end of the season. This year they need to score as many goals as possible, and that is what they've been able to do. Not only to score as many goals as possible, they refuse to concede, which is a very good attribute. It now makes them one of the favorites to win the league championship, as in the Super 6 playoffs.
All right, having heard from Mike, let's confirm the fixtures for the last day for you. That's talking about Sunday, and it's right there on your screen. So games kick off as usual at 2 p.m. So you can pick any of the games that you want to see. Since it's a Sunday, you should be able to make it out here and enjoy the game. We do have Sunshine against Lobby Stars, and then Remo will play Insurance of Benin. And that game that everyone will be looking forward to is Rivers United against Enyimba Football Club. So lots to savor right here at the Mobolaji Johnson Arena. And everybody here really has had an exciting time. I'm sure Mike as well. Mike, final words before we leave here tonight?
Well, the place to be on Sunday, if you are in Nigeria, is the Mobolaji Johnson Arena, where that titanic clash between Enyimba and Rivers United will take place. I've already booked a seat for myself for that day.
All right, thank you for watching our live broadcast right here at the Mobolaji Johnson Arena, and hopefully you'll join us again on Sunday for those 3 fixtures earlier highlighted. My name is Charles, and as we're signing out right here at the Mobolaji Johnson Arena in Lagos, Nigeria. Good night.